Stages of anatomical failure. You have to know this. This is important, especially when you're explaining the ADLs, the pain and restrictions with ADLs. And so you got to know the 3 phases of healing and why there's pain and discomfort relative to anatomical failure, as well as the low impact injury. This is very important. You know how to explain this. Stages of anatomical failure. So let's come over here. Remember, the word we use is energy. Energy goes through these stages of absorption. Active range of motion, passive range of motion with overpressure, paraphysiological joint motion, anatomical failure. That's where the energy goes. You got to know this to be able to describe what you're doing. Impairments are only relevant when anatomical restrictions or anatomical failure affects activities of daily living. That's when things are important, when they affect life. That's when they're important. So we're going to pay a lot of attention to these ADLs with functional capacity tests, the impairment indexes, and we're going to pay significant attention when we do those in overpressure. I'm going to show you unbelievably the sentence to say, to pull out positive findings left and right. If you say this exact sentence, as opposed to getting false negatives, false negatives, false negatives. It is possible to have a permanent injury with no impairment. It's possible to have I gave the example of I got scar tissue on my wrist, right here. There's no impairment. Doesn't affect sensory, motor, neurological, range of motion, nothing. It's called subthreshold. It's irrelevant. If the injury does not affect lifestyle or ADLs, there's no impairment. So it's all about ADLs. It's all about ADLs. The overwhelming chiropractic soft tissue spinal injuries do not come from anatomical failure. Anatomical failure is what? LMSI. And a disc injury is a small percentage. It's only 32%. The overwhelming amount of soft tissue spinal injuries results from anatomical adhesions and restrictions. Altered intersegmental motion is not anatomical failure. It's the precursor to anatomical failure, but it results from adhesions and restrictions. And when we go into that category of its own, we're going to go into detail on it, okay? The number of cells injured and the quality of cells injured will determine the impairment. We talked about quality versus quantity of cells to make it threshold or subthreshold. And there's the electron microscope of the collagen tears. So, real important concept, the stages of anatomical failure and absorption. To be able to explain this and correlate it to the 3 phases of healing, especially the 4 negative aspects in the repair phase, and why patients have pain, discomfort, and restrictions with ADLs.